Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to episode 3 of the Elemental Womb series, Womb Water Element, a receptive, magical connection to feelings and the dream time of the Divine Feminine. In September of 2022, I was deep in the jungle in Peru, and I participated in sacred ceremonies with a wonderful shaman and beautiful facilitators with the master plant teacher, ayahuasca. A very beautiful divine feminine spirit, which is a plant that does create profound healing or experience massive purging and cleansings. It's very, very beautiful. So during ceremony, ayahuasca opened the doorway for me to reunite with my soul. And I was told that the book The Womb Awakening by Ezra and Saren Bertrand was the only book I needed at the time, that it was filled with valuable information and I needed to read it. And also that I need to birth in a new soul to help co-create a new world rooted in the foundations of compassion and love. And at the time I was like, no, I don't want to be a mother. I don't want to have a baby. But I realized that I was communicating with my soul. This doorway had been opened, and this is what my soul is asking. This is my journey. And to complete this journey on earth, this is what was needed of me. But the point I'm getting at is that the Womb Awakening book has been filled with so many enlightening lessons and ideas, and I wanted to share these ideas with you. So a lot of these episodes in the Womb Elemental series stems from the lessons and teachings I've learned from the Womb Awakening book and my experience with my womb healing with Master Plant Teacher Ayahuasca. So the element of water is by far my favorite element. I love swimming, freediving, snorkeling, playing in waves, kayaking, being near rivers, eating water-based foods like fruit, drinking water, showering, bathing, listening to the rain. I just love water so much. Water is the most dense form of love. Water is constantly nourishing us, cleansing us, and really is the life source for all living things. Just as our blood sustains us, water is the blood of Mother Earth. Water is also one of the most abused resources on the planet. Water is a deeply feminine element, and one can see parallels to the abuse many people who embrace the feminine are subjected to. We can see that men have been made fun of or even killed if they embrace the feminine side of themselves, often resulting in the complete shutoff of any divine feminine flow from all men in general and from women. This is a complete abuse to the female sex. Women have been seen as sexual objects, harlots. They have been repressed by unhealed masculine energies, by patriarchal societies. Women have to cover up or can't vote or were killed for being witches. Women and goddesses were revered. Our menstrual flow was sacred time for everybody to enjoy in a community of releasing the old and bringing in the new. But then women were dominated. The goddesses were forgotten. Mary Magdalene was reduced to a whore. But women are rising again, and it is so refreshing and so beautiful. But not only are women rising, the divine feminine principle in all of life is rising, and we are having a deeper connection to ourselves and to the earth. A rise of respect for everything is coming to fruition. So the water elemental music is the siren song and whale sounds. The feminine essence are the goddesses Oshun and ladies of the lake. The embodiment is intuition, receptivity, union, and psychic abilities. And the spirit guardians are mermaids, dolphins, whales, and all of our primordial mothers, which includes Mama Earth. So while we are gestating in our mother's womb, we enter the water element as a stage in development in which everything is fluid, intuitive, psychic, loving, compassionate. We enter a realm of empathy and feelings. It's a lunar world. It's a receptive world. The moon is divine feminine, and the sun is the divine masculine. So when we are in the water element, we are in the realm of the moon. Once we are born, if we do not feel safe to experience or express our feelings and we repress them, we'll lose a part of ourselves and we lose touch to the gentleness of the divine feminine. And we have been in an unbalanced masculine world for too long. But the good news now is more and more people are waking up to the divine feminine and divine masculine energies and finding a balance between them, which helps us co-create a more harmonic and better world. We can easily lose sight of this. That is why it is important for us as pregnant mothers to ensure we nurture our growing babies, we honor our own emotions and feelings, and we allow our growing children to understand and freely express their emotions instead of blocking, suppressing, disregarding, or expressing them in unhealthy ways. The womb element of water is the living feminine light, held in the dark, cosmic, fertile womb of primordial love. All life began in water, and even we begin in water inside our mother's wombs. And our bodies are made of water. Water holds memory and resonance and is a pure vessel of our soul's essence. Water is a form of active surrender, in that water doesn't just give up, nor does it force, but rather it flows around obstacles, flows in the form of waves, constantly in flow. Vibrations of the water element are compassionate, psychic, intuitive, full of surrender, empathic, feminine, light. While the baby is growing in the womb and has experienced the ethereal air element, they continue to grow into the water element. During this stage, the baby is underwater, feeling weightless, swimming, ease and bliss. The sounds from the mother are very oceanic, like waves or white noise, which is why white noise machines help babies sleep once they're born. The womb water element is one of the feminine senses and deep connection to oceans of love. Everything is merging, flowing, weightless. The medicine for the mother during this period is to work with animal totems like turtles or dolphins or whales. And like turtles, recognizing how gentle and slow and free the movement of a turtle is, and the freedom and playfulness of the dolphin, or the exquisiteness of the siren song. As the mother surrenders to the process of pregnancy and motherhood, the transition from maiden to mother becomes effortless and divinely guided. The baby at this time comes more into form and separates from oneness into a specific gender. As mentioned in episode 2, all babies begin with a female blueprint and then shift to either male or female gender. Some may grow to feel a shock from the separation of the co-gendered embodiment. However, we must understand that we were never separated from our divine masculine or divine feminine aspects of ourselves. That energy is always within us. All we have to do is awaken it, return to it, beyond the illusion of separation. During the water womb element, the baby's body begins to form organs, the nervous system, and the heart begins to beat, floating weightless in the womb waters of love. This is the time many people will find out they are pregnant as well, and it can be a very emotional time. May we as mothers and parents understand that when we find out if we are pregnant or not, that we are very mindful of how we react, because this reaction can have a profound psychological imprint on the baby. And that is in order for them to feel welcomed and loved. 90% of our baby's gestation is spent in a dreamtime state, a very shamanic and magical experience of the feminine, fluid, lunar world outside of linear time and space. We can feel and hear the shamanic drumbeat of our mother's heart and even the beats of our own heart. And that is why having drum beats at birth can be very calming to the baby's birthing experience as they come out of the dark lunar weightlessness of the womb and into the density of the sunlit world. Also, shamanic traveling to other levels of consciousness are assisted with the beat of the drum. I went on a beautiful journey through my yoni and into my womb using a drum beat meditation that I found on YouTube by the woman who wrote a spiritual pregnancy book that I purchased called 10 Moons, which I definitely recommend. The author's name is Jane Hardwick Collings, and she does a very beautiful shamanic journey with a drum beat that you can self-guide while she's beating the drum into your yoni and into your womb to do any healing and anything that you want to do, meeting your child or whatever. It's a very beautiful work. Shamanic drumming is very helpful for deep meditations and inner journeying, so I definitely recommend it. To honor the womb water element time for both you and your growing baby, it may feel good for you to sit in a bathtub, float in a saltwater, chlorine-free pool, or river, spring, or ocean. The weightlessness of the water helps ease any swelling of the joints during pregnancy, and it reminds you of the beautiful fluidity and flow and weightlessness of the divine feminine in life, holding yourself with compassion and love. So if you ever feel that you are restricted or unsafe to express or feel your emotions, allow yourself this time with you and your baby to release all stored negative emotions and to find a harmonious rhythm and flow with your feelings in order to come into wholeness and nurture both yourself and your baby, so that both of you feel this magical, mysterious, multidimensional, and beautiful way of living, this beautiful connection to God. Everything is okay, so release any judgment that you have on yourself about feeling weird or judging yourself for feeling like you're doing anything incorrectly. Just let it go. Be in flow like water and allow yourself to tune back into yourself. It is all love. Return to that love. Thank you so much for listening to this video for episode 3, the womb water element. Stay tuned for episode 4, the womb fire element, as we dive into the divine masculine energies of the womb element, of womb gestation. Don't forget to like this video, keep it on hand for future reference. Comment anything that resonated with you, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Thank you for tuning into this journey, and I wish you so much love on your journey. Aho.